I just wanted to make a quick video on how to enhance your event landing page for your upcoming event. So when you're logged in, I really like to just kind of go through and just make sure everything's set up. So I would navigate over to software settings, auction settings, and just make sure all the information you have is looking good prior to marketing out your page. So if you just go into Butler settings, kind of just make sure actually payment is primarily where you're going to set this up. It should say 3.6269 on your page. And what this does is it allows for the uh, donor to cover the fee. So if a $100 donation and the fee comes out to $3.63, so the total comes to 103.63, you'll be able to net to $100. You can update the admin fee description. As a best practice, I like to allow guests to opt out of these admin fees. And some of these things we'll touch on a little bit later. Custom content. It's really important to have your nonprofit organization with EIN information in there, along with an email if they have any questions to put in here as well. And so those are kind of the basics I would go over for the auction settings. And then I would navigate over to your landing page builder. And this is great. You've got a lot more customization that you can do with our pages now. And so the very first thing I would do is, and I'm taking some other information from another page that I really liked. I would navigate over to settings, open auction early. I would set that to no. And then we can kind of add that as we get closer to the event. But right now you're just marketing out your sponsor and ticket pages. So you can go in here and update the font, your brand colors, and I'll go over to navigate, show ticket links. I don't really like to have that in there every time. Show auction link, I would say no. Donate link, same, no. Show sponsors, no. And then hero banner settings. I personally like Hero 6. So you can go in and see which one works best for you. And we've got some recommended sizes. But if you drop in, go to Hero 6, you can drop in our recommended image sizes. I'm not going to put a logo with this one because I wanted to just show that image right there. And then on the footer settings, you can put in email and your Facebook, Instagram. And so this kind of goes through and gives you an idea of what the main page looks like. I also don't love to have the sign in, sign up there. So I'm going to go back here quickly and turn that off. Under software settings, auction settings, you're going to want to have bidder registration set to no. For enable text to register, require credit card info, I typically set that to yes. But since this is a demo version, I would set to no. But primarily set it to yes if you are heading up an auction event. So while you are in the sponsorship and ticket page marketing mode, these two should be set to no in my opinion. And so I'll navigate back over to the landing page, and then I can delete that. I don't want that to show up. Don't really want our share buttons to show up either. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that for right now. Actually, that was in another show social media share buttons. I'll set that to no. So then you have this pretty image that you can set up right here. You've got these action bars. So if you want to add a button, you can do so right here and select. For this one, I want to highlight the ticket page and sponsorships. So I can go in and select an icon, maybe tickets. I can title this My Tickets. And so you can go in and make updates to that. And then if I wanted to change that to sponsorship, and I can change it direct right there and change where it's going. If I wanted to go to ticket sales directly or sponsorships or underwriting, I can do all of those things right here. And you can set up a max of 3 buttons here. So when you're in this phase right now, you probably just want to have tickets and sponsorships. So if I go in, and then I'm going to change this one to buy tickets. And instead of, say, register to bid, I'm just going to go ahead and buy tickets. And I can drag this one over to the right. And then, while this is great information, you're going to want to go in and add a content block too, because you want to highlight different things. You can highlight an appeal display. As we get closer to the auction, you're going to want to highlight your auction items. Another one that I really like is just the free form. And so if I'm going to do free form and sponsorship opportunities, I'll go ahead and make that sponsorship opportunities as well. And then once I save that, and maybe I just want the background color to be white, I'm going to drop in an image in here. And so I'm going to go ahead and just save it as is, and then just drop in PDF PNG that I've got from earlier, so I can highlight that right then and there. And so that's just kind of what the page looks like right there when you drop in an image. Or if you wanted to, you can create another free form, just sponsor details, text only. And then maybe if you wanted to have this left justified, you could go in and put in platinum sponsor, and then put in the bullet points of what that's going to look like. So table for 10 and things like that. So go in, put table for 10. And then you could put in that text. And I like to make all the font size 18, just because I think it shows up a little bit better on both mobile and on a laptop. And then other things that you can add later on, if we're getting closer to the auction, we can go in and preview auction items and put that there. You can also highlight sponsorships that I'll show you how to do that in another video as well. But it's kind of nice. Once you get all your auction items in, you can highlight these leading up to the event. And then I guess I will show you a little bit on your sponsors. If you wanted to highlight your sponsors, you could go ahead and do that here as well. And so we'll go in and put in that, and we'll just put in the not grouped. You can build a hierarchy with these sponsorships as well, and then kind of see what it looks like. You can center it. You can do a couple of different things here, but just kind of go back and forth and see how your page works. And let us know if you have any questions. I'll go ahead and show you what this page looks like now that we went through and built it. And so if you go in right here, and so now we've got our sponsorship opportunity showing up. We just changed that out a little bit, and now you got a little bit more detail on this page, and it's getting closer to be able to mark it out for your event. So now if I click on sponsor, now it takes me over directly to that sample sponsor, and then I can go in and fill out that guest info. And so just to show you the process from the guest point of view or table host point of view, can fill in all their information. Probably don't have all the guest information, so you can resend an email as we get closer to the event. And then on the payment page, there'll be all this information, pay by credit card. Let me fill this out real quick. And then once they select credit card, they have the option to cover the credit card processing fees. They can save a credit card on file if they wanted to. So there's a couple of different options here. Since we don't have the settings on this one, it doesn't have this automatically set to save the credit card on file. So definitely recommend doing that. And once they click submit, they get an automated tax email receipt. So just kind of a overall process of how the page is looks and how to set it up before you start to market it out. But hope this helps, and let us know if you have any questions.